Well, I'm Julie Matthews, the Sister of Mercy for this year, 34 years. I live in Guyana, born, lived here all my life. Only when I did my training in my novitiate to become a sister, I lived outside of Guyana in Philadelphia. I'm in leadership, in one of the institute ministers to the Sisters of Mercy. But I'm in ministry, regular ministry. I'm in the orphanage here, academy, and I do all sorts of other things. Too many things. As you know, this orphanage is long in existence since 1879 with Jesuits, but we have been sponsoring it since 1902. Basically, the boys come from what is called the convalescent home, which is really not a convalescent home. It's Red Cross convalescent home. It was run for children when they had a lot of gastrointestinal problems. So the boys, when they reach nursery school or kindergarten age, the boys come to us and the girls go to the St. Anne's Orphanage, which is run by the Ursuline Sisters, but they're close. So a lot of them come from there. Some of them come from the government, just usually sometimes through the court. Lots of times they have been abused, either physically or sexually abused, or the parents in prison, and there's nobody to take care of them or no family member that can assist at this point in time. So even the orphanage is really a misnomer because we do have some true orphans, especially when there was no help with AIDS, when they didn't have the medication. So we have some children who have lost both parents to AIDS. But then a lot of them come because of poverty, neglect, abandonment. Those are the hardest, actually. Those who were left in the Georgetown Hospital or abandoned at somebody's stairs, and those are the most troubled ones, I would say. So they come for all sorts of reasons, just to sum up, either from a baby home or through the court system, or so the welfare officer may find they're neglected or abused and send them over to us, and some are true orphans. We provide education, housing, everything that you do for a home. And we put a lot of also emphasis on music and the arts too, because it brings out a different gift and sports. It allows them to get some of the anger and other issues out in a more creative and productive way. Well, actually, it was a Sister of Mercy, where it was public note said that Sister Irene wrote to her saying that somebody had an interest in orphanages and homes, and I guess she just reached out to two of us, one in Jamaica and here, and said, would I be interested? So right away, I said, certainly. I wrote Irene, and it was easy. After then, she just wrote back to me. She sent me the onboarding form. I filled that out. And really, this organization is really, really easy and a joy to collaborate with, really. All that rules, all that expectation, make it simple. I think you work maybe, I don't know, in all these other countries that your language is simple and we can understand, and it's not a lot of hoops to jump through, and very responsive, quick. I mean, when I get shut off of the site, I write right away, somebody responds, then I look into it. Very responsive.
You requested $15,000 to help your program. So we were able to go ahead and fill that. Sent you the $15,000. What did you do? What were you able to achieve with the $15,000 that we gave you?
Well, it was around nutrition and education. And so, as you know, the prices are really high right now all over the world. So it really helped us to give them better meals, more balanced meals. Rice is in abundance here, but you need more than starch. So it really helped with the nutritional level of the boys. It helped to get some, as I say myself, they'll get free care, but like vitamins and so on, we would get. If they have to give us extra, but we will buy, or sometimes people donate. But it helped to, like, a flu is going around right now, so that would help us to give them the emergency vitamin C, and we have to buy those, things like that. Just the whole nutrition, and as you know, when you have good nutrition, you learn better, you don't fall asleep as much. So That was a great help. Education, I believe that if we do not give them an education, we do not really address some of those real causes that bring them in this in the first place. A lot of their parents are not educated. They're living in poverty, and every boy is different, and their ability is different. And so it's not to measure the one that could speak 9 languages than the other one who can't read and write. But give them an education in which they can function in society and become. So that, school books, uniforms, sometimes some computer programs we could buy because some of the boys learn better like that. So things like that, the general education, we have to get them to school. I travel a lot and I ride the bus, but now it's, we're able to get somebody else to take them to school. All of those ways in which it's really, really helpful. But I think the biggest impact, I would say, is that you help to contribute to raising these children out of poverty and to give them an education and a sense of well-being. I would absolutely, I think for me, just the interaction with you and you're here, it just feels, even when I send photographs, it's like we'd write a little note. It gives, to me, when you feel isolated and alone and the hopelessness of the situation right now in our country, when others see you and see the need, it just gives you hope and the strength to continue. So that's one way. I think you mentioned it's such more than what we talked about earlier, that you could connect. I think as sisters, we are fewer in the world. Some are young, there are a lot of older sisters, depending on the type of just community. Some having more vocations than others. But sisters like us, we're all over the place. A few of us did that network and that connecting to know that other people are doing it, maybe learn stuff from others. Really important. I think the collaboration, the networking, but more just the ease in which you relate with us. That I think that I would encourage other sisters definitely to get on board, because even if you don't get anything, you have a community that cares.